Prior to the Tour de France, the 2023 Trek Madone was the most significant new bike to be seen thanks to its radical aero design. But now that the bike has been released, we can take a proper look at the bike that the Trek Segafredo team has been using in this year's race. Now, we don't think it'll surprise you to learn that an aero bike with a massive hole in the seat tube comes with a fair few aero claims attached to it. Trek says that this bike with a rider aboard is 60 seconds per hour faster than the previous generation thanks to the new aero frame shaping, a redesigned bar stem and a more aero riding position. Oh, and before you get right up in the comments telling us that nothing can be a minute faster over the course of an hour, Trek explains that this bike saves 60 seconds per hour at 45 kilometers an hour. If you ride at the same power, you'll hit 45 kilometers 60 seconds sooner. The hole in the seat tube is called ISOFLOW, and it is designed to improve aerodynamics, flex over bumps to smooth the ride, and save weight over the previous Madone. Trek says that it offers a similar level of compliance to the previous adjustable ISOSpeed system in its stiffest setting. The Madone is also lighter than ever with a frame weight of just under 1,000 grams and a fork weight of just over 400 grams. While the claims are interesting, bike racers win bike races, not bikes, and thankfully for Trek Segafredo, they've got a few very handy racers. Mads Pedersen took an excellent stage win during a grueling second week of the Tour, so let's have a closer look at the team's setup. Trek Segafredo is one of just two SRAM-sponsored teams in the peloton, so it's no surprise to see that their group set provider is providing a few special pieces for team leader Mads Pedersen. Just check out that seriously bling cassette and chain combination. The team uses the top-end red ETAP Access group set, which means wireless shifting and hydraulic disc brakes. While the red ETAP Access group set introduced the 10-tooth cog to road bikes, the Trek Segafredo Pros don't always run this tiny cog. The thinking is that the tiny cog allows you to use smaller chainrings, which SRAM says is better for general riders. But while the riders do sometimes use the 10-tooth cogs, they generally opt for larger chainrings than SRAM officially offers. The brakes and rotors are also SRAM red, and all of Trek's riders use 160mm rotors up front and 140mm at the back. The SRAM red group set offers decent value for money to those of us that actually pay for our kit, because it comes with a very good dual-sided power meter built into the crankset, and this is what the Trek riders use to monitor their training and deliver the data that confirms that this has been an insanely tough tour. The wheel set comes from Trek's in-house component brand, Bontrager. The riders are sometimes on tubeless setups at the Tour, though some still like to have their tubeless around for select days. The wheels that are on most riders' bikes were the Aeolus RSL 61 when we filmed these images, though they will chop and change given the day's profile and conditions. The tyres are from Pirelli, and when on a tubeless setup, the Trek riders are generally using the P0 Race, and we love this lovely classic colourway on Mads Pedersen's bike. At the front of the bike, you'll find more aero trickery from Trek with a brand new Bontrager cockpit that is specific to the bike. The shifter clamp area is narrower than the drops to give the rider a super sleek frontal profile, while the drops then flare out to provide the handling feel that the pros want. Bontrager says that the bar contributes a decent chunk to the overall wattage savings. Bontrager saddles and bar tape finish each bike, and we really love the look of these Madones. So, is this actually the most aero road bike in the Tour de France? Well, that is what Trek would like us all to think, but unless you have a wind tunnel and the cash to buy one of each of every road bike that's in this year's race, we're never going to find out. We certainly don't have that sort of time or money, but let us know if you do in the comments below. As ever, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and check out all of our other Tour de France content. We'll see you next time.